Woof! Gotta check out the store. All right. So these daily deals are not doing it for me. They're cheap. You get some snowlands, but I don't like the card style. I don't care for that. I don't think that's worth anything. Which is why it's worth 100. I don't even think it's worth 100. Alright, let's get this started. Gonna run some Ranked. I haven't played any of the events. I should check out the events really quickly. See what's up. Yeah, Cube I'm not so interested in because I don't get to keep anything. Historic's going on, Alchemy's going on. Jump In is still going on, huh? It's down here in Standard. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna run our Winter Jankwalkers. That's what Standard calls for. This deck is incredible. It just does everything. It's nail on the head kind of stuff. I love it. I don't know how it does it, but it pulls it off almost every time. If I were to build this deck in real life, I think it cost me $150, and it's not worth it. So I'm not going to get the paper version of it, but I love playing it here. Unfortunately, this is not a hand to play here, and I go first, so I cannot afford this. I kept it. Oh my god, it's been a while. Whoops. Oops. Alright, I'm going to play nothing for another 2 turns, it looks like. Nicely surprised with the Elysian Keratin. Or a forest to produce that. Which means next turn I can play Elwick. Okay, alright. Beautiful. Alright. Let's just Kaya this. Why not? Start off strong. Exile the target land permanent, get rid of it. Boom. Nice thing about playing this Planeswalker deck, the algorithm always matches me up against 200 card decks, which I think is so dumb. And I have no understanding of why it would do that. Alright, keep going. I don't really have creatures on this deck, so I'm definitely not going to have to look at the top of anything for this deck. No attacks. You can block, get the card you want on top of your... Oh, it's game. Look at that. With an Elysian Keratin and 2 Planeswalkers. Alright. We climb, baby, we climb. Let's see how it goes. To complete all these challenges, too. Which one? Attack with 30 creatures. Let's reset that one. Nope. 70. Or 750. That kind of sucks. Okay. We re-rolled. We're getting back to it. This is my most valuable tip here. Your life total is a resource. Don't be afraid to spend it. Winning at 1 life counts as the same as winning at 20 life. I live by that. The amount of games I have let opponents just wail on me until I'm down to like 6 life, 4 life, 1 life, and the comeback I fight for, and I'm not gonna lie, I get from time to time. More often than not, I do get it. It's worth everybody, but it doesn't matter. Your life can be expendable if you know how to expend it. Okay, you can do anything you want. Right, listen, Keratin in for early game. Beautiful. I think I'll play Arlen next turn. Unless it gets countered. Arlen's coming out! Woohoo! Whoops. Cancel. Let's get these wolf tokens out here. Ooh, love that. Arlen's getting good. And I have Culling Ritual here, so I can launch this eventually. That's fine. They are a mill deck. I am in the utmost confidence things will work out for me. I'll attack for 4. Maybe I can counter a creature that comes out. Who knows? The world is mine. Okay. Alright, Ramsey. What you got? Look at the top creature. Alright. That's fine. Alright. What is the dealio? More draw. You gotta be careful. Who knows what they're trying to pull? Another maddening cacophony. Alright, it's fine. It doesn't really affect me. I don't feel that. Two more wolf tokens, baby. Let's do it. I think. Drop her in the house now to get the plays, and it's over. Love playing a good mill deck, love playing with a good mill deck, but that's not a good one. Okay, here, just move it up right. That's how we do it. 3, 5. We could easily just start losing now and just find ourselves in a new spot where just stay stagnant. It's happened many times. Who knows what we could have played? 200 card deck. That's kind of a big play here. Alright. Keep playing. Reveal anything. I'm not going to counter anything next turn. I got lucky thinking that, so. Better continue. I need a planes. I need Professor Onyx, maybe on the field. I'll counter that, why not? Nothing to play. Which kinda sucks. I'd like to play a Sika. If I get another land, I'll probably play a Sika. But I'm really betting on pulling another land. Or World Tree or something. You know what? Just kill it out. Might as well. Doesn't need the equip or anything. Nice swing for 3 with my forest. And we move forward. Not really sure what to think. I don't have much ramp besides a Sika. And I don't want to use a Sika as my ramp. But Professor Onyx is... And I'd like to be able to play Professor Onyx, but I can't. This I can do, though. No. Yes I can. I'm gonna untap the land, I tap for mana. I'm not gonna have it become a creature. And I'm gonna be able to play Chase with the kicker. Look at that. What would normally cost... With 4 mana, I successfully did it with 5 casting costs, so it's pretty good. Let's start with Syndicate Con is not helping my day. Just really dragging the shit out. My God. Hey Kyle, thanks for liking the post. Good to see you. How's everything going? Having a good day? It's Thursday. The week has been long. Today felt short, but the week has been long. Still waiting. Getting roped here. Okie early. Oh no, I can't play early. That's okay. Scry 2. And so drop that plains at the top, pull it, and we're going to play Prismatic Bridge, and they're going to rope us until they quit. I can't play Prismatic Bridge. What am I talking about? I still don't have a mountain. And oh man. Can't play anything. Untap target. Swamp, you go do that. Unless they want to come kill my swamp or something, that's gonna be some bullshit. Oh, this is the roping part. That sucks. It is not. It's not great having to wait like this. Posted a picture of a cat today. In many different regards, I guess now you could say, because posted multiple pictures of cats today. All over the place. Digitally and analog, so that's pretty cool. I had a coffee. Oh, that's a solid one. Washington Heights. I really gotta freaking develop my film. Maybe add Stensia Rising to a Secret Share. You know, I think I haven't used Ren, and I'm not sure why, but I think I didn't have it for the longest time before I made this deck. And then I just started... the reason I started playing this deck is because I was playing with a friend, and they were like, why don't you just play this in Ranked? Because I sucked at Ranked, last month. And I was like, I don't know, it's not really a Ranked deck. It's a 5-color Planeswalker deck, It doesn't seem like you can bring that to the challenge. And I kept winning games against him, so then I decided, I'll give it a shot. And so I brought the Planeswalker deck I had made a long time ago. I'll pull up the build. I'm not going to change it up right now, but I got a pack. I'll do that first. I started playing the 5-color Planeswalker deck in Ranked, and it got me through Gold, no problem. And then in Platinum, I don't have any issues. It's just, I'm not playing enough. And I'm not concerned with my rank right now, but I'm just playing to play right now. Not necessarily playing because I'm like, I gotta play some Magic. I'm not feeling it as much as I had before, so... yeah, so... Loyal Warhound is at the top of the deck, which is kind of crazy. Because That is a good ramp card for white, but it's a good ramp card for all colors. Reject. I definitely keep that in there to prevent creatures from hitting the field directly. Feed the Swarm, From Grasp, Poison the Cup, Burn the House Down. These are all kill cards to keep the board clear. Elysian Carotid. I have 4 of these. These are my ramps. Along with 4 Asika God of the Tree, which, you know, I mean, 4 might be overkill, but at the end of the day, the goal is to always get Asika and always get Prismatic Fridge, at least on the field once during the game if possible. Rowan is here simply as bait. Usually is gone after really quickly and taken out, but it saves me a turn in case I don't have Feed the Swarm or From the Grasp or blah 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 or Reject. Rowan and other Planeswalkers act as bait more often than they act as real support to the whole strategy. Before I get into the Planeswalkers, Mila is good because it helps, you know, amplify all the Planeswalkers, so whenever a creature is attacking you and you have Planeswalkers on the field, all the Planeswalkers get a loyalty counter. And then whenever you target, or a permanent you control gets targeted by a spell, you get to draw a card. So I'm very much about that strategy. Skipping past the Planeswalkers. Culling Ritual, this is great for those Swarm decks, those mini decks, those small, like, not insignificant because they are usually handled through quantity, but token decks especially. This card is fantastic, plus it helps me get things like Nissan to the field, or Valky, or many times Onyx, or Skeletal Swarming if I'm really lucky. Yeah, so Skeletal Swarming. I keep this in the deck because this deck really needs a card that can help you when nothing else is helping you. And by turn 5, if you have this and you're able to play it, I think it's vital because at least it keeps your opponents on the... It's kind of like putting an automatic defense system out on the field, and you're able to just not monitor it. It mostly, as long as it doesn't get removed, because it's hard to remove sometimes, it's great. I only pack 2 because 2 is plenty. The Deck of Many Things. This card is a wild card in the deck, but it is worth every moment. If I'm able to play it, I'm always happy to play it. If I don't have anything else to play, and it can help you kind of really chug out some neat things going on in your deck. So if you pay 2, you roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If it's less than 0, right? So if you have 5 cards in your hand and you roll a 4 and then you get -1, technically, you discard your whole hand. So you discard 5 cards. So there's a price to be paid with Deck of Many Things. But if you were to roll a 10 to 19, that includes with the subtraction rate, you get 2 cards. You get to draw 2 cards. If you have no cards in your hand, you activate the Deck of Many Things and you roll a natural 20. You are able to put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. So if you've cleared the board before, if you have nothing going on, if it's like the last card in your hand and you can play it, Deck of Many Things is one of the craziest cards that can happen. I've rolled a d20 on that 2 times so far in matches, and 1 time I took my opponent's creature and they did not know and they attacked and I blocked with it and it died. It was just a great... It's great. It's a good card. And that was recommended by another viewer. Okay. So Burn the House Down. It is a burn card, but it is a defense card and an assault card, which is... It's the card that prevented my opponent from continuing 2 games ago. They quit right away when they saw this card. So this card is kind of where it's at. 5 damage to everybody. The board clears primo. But if there's no board, you can get 3 damage off right away. And if you're very lucky, you get 3 damage off your creatures die for some reason. You've dealt 6 damage just doing nothing. And if they don't die, they can attack the next turn maybe. Or defend for you. It's just a lot of good options. So that gets into the Planeswalkers. So the decks. I have some of the heavy hitters. I have Kaya. Well, alright, let's start from the big ones and go down to the little ones, excuse me. Quote. Alright, Professor Onyx, great for clearing out, these two cost 6. Professor Onyx is great for clearing out strong creatures on the opponent's, strong creatures on the other side of the battlefield that your opponent controls. You can also have some ramp with this in terms of being able to draw to get, card draw to pull your lands. Sometimes I'll do that. And one time I've been able to get the ultimate off, but the ultimate is 8, and it's quite the hassle. Mordenkainen is just a fantastic card. I can't really talk about it too much because I played it, I just like it. There's a lot going on with the card, it's very powerful. For 6, it's insane. Creating that dog that doubles, that's power and toughness is double the number of cards in your hand, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely, out of line. Like, where do they get it from? Let's see. Kaya, I talked about Kaya. Really good card for bringing back Elysian Caritator or Valky. I'm pretty sure my only 2 creatures in the deck. Now that I look at it, I have 3. I have the Loyal Warhound. So this is great for getting cards back, but usually when I put Kaya out, Kaya is exiling something, a big problem off the board. Lolth, great for defense, great for draw. Usually doesn't last long enough to make an impression for me, so that's pretty much it. Arlen, excellent. Once you're able to play it, you get 2 creatures on the field as defense right away. Boom. You got tokens, baby. And then if you're able to build it up, you can use that ability again through Arlen's Moon Fury. So that's absolutely insane. Nissa is kind of a card that doesn't need to be in this deck, but has proven very useful in untapping lands and giving me an extra boost when I need an extra mana to play something. Teferi is primo. If you deny that, you just don't like Teferi or you don't play Teferi. Teferi is one of the best cards out there. This Planeswalker carries you through the whole thing. You're tapping, you're untapping, you get your creature back, you're tapping out their defense, you could be getting extra mana, you gain 2 life, or if you don't want to do any of those things and you have the loyalty counters, you can top 3 graveyard, or you look at the top 3, you scry 3, right? That's what it's saying, you scry 3 to get 1. Scry 3, so anyway, and then the last ability just, ridiculous, just untap it. You untap and draw when your opponent untaps and draws. So anyway, Elwick is a fun card because it's not always directly effective, and venture into the dungeon is just that's a lot of fun. Being able to keep venturing through this in particular, the dungeon with Mad Mage is a good way to handle it. I really like that. I don't really do much with Elwick except venture. I don't have any creatures to search for, so I never use the -2, and I never necessarily need to use the -7. So I'm always just using Elwick strictly as a venture code. Let's see where we're going here. One of the stars of this deck, Grandmaster of Flowers. Ooh, he's so good. He becomes a 7/7 dragon after 4 turns of having him on the field. He can prevent creatures from attacking you as long as they don't have First Strike, Double Strike, or Vigilance. And if you happen to have a card called Monk of the Open Hand, you can pull it from your deck and you can pull 4 of them in that case, and play them. And I believe Monk of the Open Hand only costs 1 point, so that's not bad. Alright, we are going to go over the last couple cards in this deck. We'll skip over to Valky here. Valky I didn't talk about earlier, but Valky is kind of the key in terms of getting a hold of what I'm up against. So getting Valky early on, like a first hand, getting it as one of my first plays, I'm usually able to check out the other person's hand, see their strategy, or at least get an idea of what they might be going for with some of their cards. And maybe take one of their creatures that could be critically valuable. Tibalt is really... When Tibalt hits the field, I feel like nobody's ready for Tibalt, and that card is out of control. It's just exile, exile, exile. The other day, I did its ult, where it does exile all graveyards and add whatever. The person quit, not too soon after. Anyway, so that's why Tibalt's in here. Mila, we'll go back to Mila. Luca, Wayward, Bonder. I couldn't tell you more about Luca, Wayward, Bonder, because Luca, Wayward, Bonder is a Planeswalker that I don't play. I don't play it. I never play this card, ever. So, I play Mila, Crafty Companion, instead. And I don't think I played Luca ever. So, that's my recommendation on Luca. I don't play it. It's got all these abilities, sounds great, it's a lot of fun. Oh, whenever a creature enters the battle, that's fun. That's great. You cost 6, you're red. I don't have time for that. I am playing a totally different deck here. Which leads me to quickly back to Asika with the Prismatic Bridge. Prismatic Bridge, we are going to the, I guess, top 2, right? These are going to be the top 2 cards in the deck, I would argue. Asika got out of the tree with Prismatic Bridge. Prismatic Bridge is just a card. If you can play it, you should always play that card. If you have World Tree and you're playing green or anything, if you're playing mono green or green splash with anything, just put World Tree in and then put Prismatic Bridge in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's so good. You have to understand. It's so good. It's just... The Prismatic Bridge and World Tree are practically made for each other. World Tree enters the battlefield tapped, but as long as you control 6 or more lands, lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. So you have 5 color lands once you've hit turn 6, right? And then you have World Tree that costs 5. World Tree, excuse me. Prismatic Bridge that costs 5. I mean, it's a no-brainer to be able to put out any of your creatures or planeswalkers, but in this deck it is pumping out planeswalkers. Sometimes we get a Asika, sometimes we get a Elysian Keratin, sometimes Valky, but everything else is a planeswalker. That's all that hits the field. Forgot to talk about this card really quick. Chase Fire Mage. It's okay. I play it because it puts 2 planeswalkers out. People are scared of planeswalkers, so they just... People are scared of it. People don't necessarily like seeing planeswalkers on the field. They'll attack them. So if I put 2 on the field, that helps me scry a little bit or draw once in a while. It's worth it, and I do. I try to play when I can. Anyway, Prismatic Bridge. You're paying 1 of each colored mana, and that lets you play the enchantment. That lets you put creature or planeswalker into the field. That's it. Boom. If not, Asika is a good ramp card, and it is Vigilance, so that helps when you want to tap it for land and attack, but it also has other legendary creatures you control in Vigilance. That helps with Valky, actually, because if I have Valky on the field and I have Asika on the field, now I have 2 creatures I can tap for land because Valky is a legendary. It's kind of a hand-in-hand. And we end with Kasmina. So, Kasmina is kind of the sleeper, and I had no idea how badly this card worked, and how incredibly well this card worked. Its first ability is what matters, and it costs 3, right? So, each other planeswalker you control has loyalty abilities of Kasmina, Enigma Sage, Scrywind. Excuse me. Not Scrywind. Each other planeswalker you control has the loyalty abilities of Kasmina and Enigma Sage. That means that the following, loyalty abilities are accessible by my other planeswalkers. So Kasmina is a great late card because once I put it out, I can start using her abilities with those cards. What's better than that is Kasmina's first loyalty ability here. You add 2 loyalty counters and you scry 1. Now, scrying 1 for 2 loyalty counters almost seems like robbery, but you're getting 2 loyalty if you have another Planeswalker out that might need something like 2 loyalty counters to get closer to their ultimate, to help you recover a little bit with maybe to get those creatures out that you needed, to help you with this really doesn't help you, but it's fine. But with like things like Teferi, if Teferi's on the field and then I put Kismet out, now I'm pumping Teferi, even though I'm only getting a Scry 1 ability, I'm getting a 2 loyalty pointer, 2 loyalty counter ability, so that's really kind of important. Then this X ability is nice because it lets me drop a defender every once in a while. That's the best I can say. Let me see. I have a bunch of dual lands. Quickly talking about the dual lands, we have this one enters the battlefield unless you control 2 or more other lands. These rares are just out of control. These rares are just out of control, and I'm absolutely trying to figure out how I can get more of them without having to spend. I think I have to play draft and kind of pull these because they're just really good. The ones that let you come in untapped with 2 or more lands on the field. This card isn't bad because you can reveal and play, but my goal is to usually get a forest onto the field or a swamp onto the field. That is the main goal. That's Winter Dreamwalkers. So you're up for that. I'm gonna go eat.